Hey guys, Eric here with driverlineup.com, world's okayest steering wheel holder and world's okayest
door swinger.
Door swinger. But this is like the third time I'm trying to shoot this video. I just did it and I'm like, world's okayest steering wheel, and like, you know, I'm a steering wheel and she's a door.
You're a towel.
Yeah, so one of the things I said when the first time we were trying to shoot the video is she is a great door swinger, but because she doesn't weigh like I weigh, she has to go back there and literally jump up against the door to get close enough to trailer to hook the little, you know, to hook the little chain to the hook on the trailer. It's always hilarious to watch in mirrors. But anyway, it was like literally the third time trying to shoot this damn video because I was right in the middle of it last time, and they came up to get us to move the trailer back to the dock. So,
and I got to swing the doors. And
she swung the doors, and she did an amazing job, you guys, of pulling a knob out to move the axles. I mean, it was like precision knob pulling, you know. So
wow.
Yes, we're sticking with this video. I like the way this one's going.
Okay.
Anyway, you can tell my mood's a little bit better now, which is surprising because I thought today, when you saw my last video, yesterday was my birthday and it was a shitty day, and I thought today was going to end up shittier. I left off in the last video telling you that I wasn't sure when to take that load in. Well, I took it in at about 0300, and they didn't have it empty. And, you know, I'm stressing about getting the hell out of California. It's like late in the morning. It's a weekday, so we're going to be dealing with traffic. They had proposed to us yesterday the shittiest load, second shittiest load that I've ever been proposed. It was like unbelievable. I told you in that video it's 5 pickups stops in California. It was actually 6 when I went back and looked at it. It was 7 total stops with 6 pickups in California. One of which was in Bakersfield. I mean, they're all shitty places. The whole thing was shitty. And the other
Eric
one
really likes California, didn't he?
Yeah, you guys are going to get a lot of videos about California. Well, about 12 a year, because I'm only going to do about 1 California trip per month. But the other load that was really bad was restaurant. Well, I'm not going to finish that. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
It's a restaurant distribution service type.
Those of you who've done the load know what I'm talking about. I don't have to finish it and say the other word, but we got proposed one other load one time on the East Coast going to 8 or 9 of these restaurant distribution places that I won't mention their names, all in the LA area. And it was like
all within like 2 hours.
Yeah, like 2 hours between each of them for like $1.20 a mile or something. It was unbelievable. Well, this one they tried to propose to me yesterday was 6 pickups and then running at 2,000 miles out of here for like, you know, $1.50 a mile, which is crazy. I mean, I would take $1.50 a mile just to get the hell out of here, even though I'd still be mad about it because it only took a little over $1 a mile to get here. But if it was an easy load, it'd take $1.50 a mile to get the hell out of here. Not $1.50 a mile to drive around California all day long trying to make it in time between each stop, you know, for 6 stops to get out of here. It's crazy. All in shitty places. So turned down that load, rejected that load. So this is going to be another one of those stories, guys, of how rejecting loads does not damage you. At least that doesn't to us. I'm not advising you to do it. I'm just telling you in our instance, because I always see people saying we know people on our fleet, other trucks on our fleet. We talk to them. There's some on driverlineup.com, 2 drivers on driverlineup.com that are on my fleet. So in one of those that just asked me the other day, said, I'm afraid to say no, and it's like, from my experience, I'm not recommending you say no all the time. Don't always look for perfect loads, but when you get something thrown at you that does not work for your business, you might want to think about it. I do, and that's that's what we did. So said no to that load. So this morning we go to this shipper. Sorry guys, it's probably loud because we're idling a truck because it's like 110 degrees. And the truck's moving because they're unloading it. So we go to this receiver this morning and they don't have an empty trailer. So we drop the loaded trailer, they don't have an empty trailer. So to go out and bobtail out on the street, and we're literally sitting there talking about how, like, never again, California, never again. It was on the ban list at that stage. And the guard shack at this place said, we'll come back after 5 o'clock, see if we have an empty trailer, go back in there. After 5 o'clock, they don't have an empty trailer. Not only did they not have an empty trailer, the guard shack wasn't really being honest with me because the yard dog was like, I don't know what they're telling you, because the guard shack was like, oh yeah, there should be plenty of trailers back there by the fence. The guard shack was like, man, we're waiting on like 5 trailers right now that we can load. So even if an empty trailer does come in or we get one off the dock, like, you're not getting it, you know. So can't get an empty trailer. They proposed that just horseshit load yesterday. We can't get load choice to work because it's giving us all kinds of errors. And I was like, okay, that's it. Like, I'm literally like, what's his name on Office? Is it that's the last straw?
No, I don't know. The red stapler guy.
Yeah, the red stapler guy in the basement. I'm like, that's it. That's the last straw. You know, I'm just gonna burn the building down. That's kind of where I was mentally this morning. So I couldn't get load choice to give me a load. It was giving me this error or something I had never seen before, which says your truck is already attached to.
It's already on a pre-plan.
Order number, you know, pre-plan for order number, and it has a number. Well, I didn't get a pre-plan, and my fleet manager right about that time was like, hey, you know, have you requested loads? What are you seeing? And I said, well, yeah, I've been trying to request loads, but it's telling me that I'm already attached to a pre-plan. It gives me this order number, copy paste the order number. So we don't hear anything for a few minutes. So clearly, my fleet manager didn't know about this either. Well, because sales knew that we didn't have a trailer, they set us up with this amazing, epic, long haul. I mean, like, over the road, big dollar, long haul load that we had to deal with today. It went to grand total of
3.5 miles.
3.5 miles. 3.5 mile load. This is the shortest load we've ever had. 3.5 mile load, and we were 58 miles away from it. It's in Fontana, so it's, you know, it's a local load. And when I first got this, I was pissed because it was 58 miles to get the load, only 3.5 miles to take it, so like 60 miles. But it's a live unload at a cold storage that we've been to, so I know that a live unload
That only has porta potties.
Yeah, it only has porta potties, which is we always include in our local guide review on these places. But we've been here, so I know that it can turn into, you know, a 6 or 7 hour ordeal. So, you know, our time's worth more than that. Our time is more valuable than that. And I was a little bit insulted by it because I know that you can. Oftentimes, we got those 2 drop yards over there. There's the IMG and there's the other one. I don't remember what that one's code is. They're real close to each other. There's got to be an empty trailer over there, right? So I'm messaging back on, hey, why can't we just go get an empty trailer? Oh, he comes back to me and says, I'm leaving out a huge part of the story. He comes back to me and says, sales wants you to do this. You know, take this local load that's sitting on the yard that has to get over there today. You know, we don't have anyone to do it. So they need you to do this, and they're going to set you up with something good. Well, as Jenna can testify,
The last time they asked us for a favor, I had to throw all the charm that I have at three different receivers to get them to accept loads, because every single...
Because it was Walmart and then the 3 stops.
Yeah,
Repower.
and all of them were late. Like, it was late getting to us. It was bad.
The last time, now, we've had a couple work out where they say, we'll do something good for you if you take care of this for us. We've had a couple. Not many, but a couple. The last time they said, do us this favor and we'll hook you up with something good, we were this Repower in Kentucky,
It was
Indiana, somewhere like that. No, it was in Indiana, just south of Indianapolis. Said, hey, you need to go repower this load. It's sitting at a shipper that another truck couldn't get to, so it's running way late going to a Walmart DC. Well, you guys know Walmart DC is not very forgiving for you not showing up on time. So I said, yeah, that's fine, but obviously we can't get there in time to get the load and then get it to there on time. And we're a team, but it doesn't matter. Like, it was supposed to be picked up like, what, the day before?
Yeah.
Like, it was supposed to have another 24 hours on it or something crazy, you know? So, like, we're picking it up way past its pickup time, and it wasn't very far. It was like 700 miles or something, 800 miles. So, we go pick up that load, and the whole way to this Walmart, we're like messaging, hey, can you get us confirmation that the appointment has changed? Nothing. Like, we were so abandoned that night. Now, this is not our day fleet manager. He wouldn't do this to us ever. But we were so abandoned that whole evening by night dispatch and sales. They were just like, they got this trailer, they're going there, we'll wish them well and hope they can figure it out. Like, it wasn't, yes, we're working on it, yes, we're contacting the receiver, we're getting this appointment moved.
It was good luck
Just
and Godspeed.
silence.
It's your problem.
No help whatsoever,
Yeah.
you know. So fortunately we get to this Walmart, and Jenna like goes in, and she actually made a meme which is pretty accurate, and it shows Princess Leia or whatever, shows Princess Leia talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's like, what did it say? Please help me.
Please help me, Walmart security guy. You're my only hope.
Yeah, which was exactly, basically the attitude that she went into this guard shack at Walmart, because we were like 3 hours late.
Well, as I walked up, he's looking at me and he goes, do you have any idea what time this was due? And I was like, oh, absolutely I do. And I was like, but that's not on me. And
yeah,
any help would be greatly appreciated.
So you guys know, you know, Walmart, you have no room like to be late. And somehow Jenna was able to go in there and get them to let us not only be there 3 hours late on a live unload, but also drop and hook and take an empty trailer out. Which is like, how the hell did we?
Yeah, because the Repower was that Repower that was
That's
terrible,
right.
and then we were rewarded with the other
That's
Repower.
right. Now keep in mind, I'm getting way off track from my initial story, but I'm just telling you guys the last time that they said do us a favor. So this is a Repower to this Walmart, right, that I'm telling you about. On the way,
right.
then they had told us, go take this for us, and sales is going to set you up with something really good up there, okay? So on the way to this late Walmart appointment, and my phone's bouncing because they're unloading the trailer, but on the way to this late Walmart appointment on this Repower we're doing, we don't hear anything about us being late. No help on that. But what we do hear is we've got a situation with another truck who needs to be repowered. He can meet you at that Walmart where they're, you know, where you're going to. We really need some help on this. Super easy. It's going to be great for you guys. All you need to do is take his trailer 130 miles to Cleveland, and you got like 7 hours to do it, you know, 6 or 7 hours, and we're going to pay you 330 something, you know. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, this is almost $3 a mile. You got plenty of time to get it. You know, it's not a huge amount of money, but to drive it up there for 130 miles is great. I'd rather be in the Cleveland area than where this place was, which was Wintersville, Ohio, which is where we're going with this load tonight. But anyway, so we got this Walmart. We're stressing. We tried to get there. We're 3 hours late. Jenna's able to go work some magic and get them to take it, drop and hook it. We go meet this Wheel-Trans driver. He hands us the bills, and it's only at that point that we discover that there's not just one stop in Cleveland, Ohio. That's the 90. There's an 02 and an 03 between where we are and Cleveland and Ohio. And we're already, you know, we're like...
and all of those are already, so, well, the first one's already late.
late at that moment.
Because the 03 is going to be late because
Absolutely.
the 02.
We had delivered to the 02 before, which was a grocery store DC, and we knew that they were very intolerant of being late. So I was already like, oh, we're screwed. There's no way they're going to let us come in and offload this trailer because we're already late, you know. So once again, we're messaging dispatch like, what the hell, you know, what the F? Like, you told us we just had to take this 130. Like, I'm already underneath. I'm already pulling a trailer. What's going on here? You know, we're late to this 02 that we didn't even know about, and we're obviously going to be late to the 03 that we didn't know about, and there's no effing way that we're going to make it to the 90, which we thought was all we had to do, and the money didn't change either. So this favor, you know, this reward for doing the favor is doing $1 a mile of 3 late stops that were impossible for us to get to. And just like as in the case of going to Walmart, nobody's responding. Like, they had dropped us from the plane in the jungle and said, you know, it's war down there, fellas. You're gonna have to, you know, like, it's gonna be rough. And then as soon as we land, we get on comms, dead silent. Like, that's basically the way it felt. Like, we felt we were just dropped in a war zone and just left for dead, you know. Like, here's some MREs.
No, it was more like, here's your suicide vest.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Like, yeah, it was just unbelievable. I mean, like, no response from anybody. So basically, what we later discovered is that everybody just figured there was no way we were going to be able to deliver on any of this. And they were just like, well, you know,
if it gets there, it gets there.
If it gets there, it gets there. Like, we got to get these loads to the customers, so, and it was terrible. And if somehow, our fleet manager, Chris Martin, later that day, in like the afternoon, he sent us a message. He was like, I cannot believe you got all these off the trailers. Because the first one never should have happened. It was Walmart. The second one was a grocery, just never should have happened. Somehow she got us into that one, live unload, even though we were way late. Then the 03 never should have happened. Got us into that one, live unload, even though we were late. And then the 90 never should have happened. She got us into that one, late, live unload. None of those stops had help from Prime, getting the appointments changed or anything. None of them. We were late to all of them, and they expected us to be on the original time.
Well, to be fair though, the explanation we got as to why there was no communication was that something went wrong during the app Qualcomm update. There was some sort of system update, and they said they weren't getting our calls or Qualcomm messages. So to be fair, night dispatch did say that they were completely out of communication for that period of like 8 hours.
I'm sorry, I did not buy it. I did not buy it for 1 second.
That's what.
Here's why I didn't buy it. And she's right. There were Qualcomm issues that night. I know for a fact there were, because they were sending out fleet-wide, like company-wide, thousands of trucks. You know, hey, we're having these problems. But why is it that they were able to communicate with us and receive communications with us when they needed us to do something? Like, when they needed, hey, can you go do this? Yes, I can. Where is it? Here's where it is.
Well, the request feature was clearly still working, but the needs assistance feature was not.
Yes, exactly.
That must have been the updated sheet.
So anyway, that's the reward we got the last time that he said we need a favor and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, so it's not that we're not team players and we're not interested in helping. We've just learned not to touch the cookie sheet if it's hot.
What would old George Bush say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Can't fool me again.
Shame on, can't fool me again, or something like that. So that's kind of. So I get this message today. Hey, go take this $60 load, local load, that you're gonna have to live unload and sit on, 60 miles of driving, and then we'll get you something good. It's like, no. I'm writing out this message of, hey, I want to see the good first.
Put it in writing.
Yeah,
put it in writing.
Send me the pre-plan, because he literally was like, they already have a load that they've got in mind for you. I'm like, okay, pre-plan it then. I'll go do this if you pre-plan it. Where the hell is this guy going? I really hope he's not going to 19, because he's horribly set up. other trucks are backing up next to you. Like, it's just always, well, he's got an old shiny Peterbilt or something. He looks super trucker. See, I trust those guys. When they have to pay for their own shit, like nice shiny tanks and stacks and all that, like, I feel like they're not gonna, I don't know where he's going though. Like, I literally don't get it. Anyway, so right about that time that I send that message, the pre-plan comes, because he knows that I'm already kind of iffy on doing this local load. Pre-plan drops, and it's pretty freaking epic. Like, this time really worked out. So worked out for us to say no to that shit-tastic load yesterday and to wait, because we ended up getting $5,000 to go 2,200 miles with a load tonight, produce load out of Walmart. So it ended up working out really well for us, which makes the round trip $2, you know, like $1.60, $1.70, somewhere in there to come to California. So pretty freaking awesome. So
and you got enchiladas.
And I got enchiladas. There's a food truck that just rolled through here. Got a big plate of enchiladas. That was amazing. So it does pay to occasionally say no. If they ask you to do favors, say you want proof. I'm just telling you guys what I'm learning out here. And California's back on our once per outing list. Once per outing list. It's not on our yay, we want to do it all the time, but it's not on our banned list either. So it is a good looking truck. So anyway, that's our update, guys. I don't know, anything else? What am I missing? What was it? Like, we got to sleep a little bit this morning, and sun's like,
Got good breakfast.
ripping. Oh. Yeah, we got really good breakfast at the cafe, Outpost Cafe. They're in Victorville at the Pilot. We've driven by there many times. Never stopped there. So, man, I don't know about their dinners. I know a lot of people go there because they have a bar. We don't really drink, so I can't speak to anything other than the breakfast, but the breakfast was freaking bomb. So, that's it. So we ended up getting a trailer. We got paid. Oh, and they added $75 to this load to make it a local load. So we got $75 added onto that too. So things worked out, which I did not expect. I thought today was going to be just total horseshit, just like yesterday. I was totally expecting it.
Are we allowed to say?
She's asking if we're allowed to say shit. You can actually say whatever.
YouTube.
Okay, that's how much the internet's changed. I'm not taking a political position on anything here, but you guys know, like 4 or 5 years, you could say whatever the hell you wanted to on YouTube in any fashion or form, and now we're like sitting here going, are we allowed to say shit on YouTube? Yes, we can say shit on YouTube. We can drop F-bombs too. I was watching Million Mike's video, and he dropped quite a few, but I just don't want to do it. You know, I thought about it. I just don't want to do it. I'll try not to do it because I don't know. I represent my business and Prime, so I'm not saying that I feel like someone's not representing Prime well if they're dropping F-bombs. It's just not for me. But when the camera goes off, I can tell you right now,
Tourette's.
This truck gets into Tourette's form quite a few times throughout the day. Anyway, we're way long on this video. I just want to give you guys an update, let you know what's going on. Yeah, go watch Million Mike's video about his CMV accident. He made it made it halfway to 1 million accident-free miles, and pretty heartbreaking story. And it's a good learning. It had me thinking, guys, because he got into a really bad situation that I think any of us could find ourselves in, and it's just a good thing to think about in terms of your following distance and just being safe out here. So go watch that, and that's it. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get a little more sleep, and then we'll give you an update probably tomorrow sometime from the road. So Thanks, guys. Be safe. Make good decisions. Drive to thrive. Talk to you soon.